Hello everyone, it's Alan again, and I want to start off talking about the new updates to AltosWeb by talking about images. Someone was having difficulty with it, so I kind of wanted to touch base on it before I go into some of the more other complicated things. Anywho, for my AltosWeb, I just basically use the most basic of the image tag with a source and an alt. You need to have a source and you have an alt. The source points to the path of the image on your computer. So in this example, I use underscore image slash bring the rain.jpg. What that means is I need to have that image relative to where my index file is. So here's my index file, and underscore source image underscore image is here, and my actual images are stored in them. The source is going to work relative to where you are. There's other tricks to saying to work from like the root of the website and things like that, but for this class and for what we're doing here, these relative links where you just define it relative to where you are on the page is sufficient. But anyway, this is the exactly what you need to use an image on the page. If you're having difficulty with the floats, someone posted in the discussion about being able to resize the image correctly. In your style document, there's a couple things you can do, and I'll show you the two things that I did. One is I set all my images in CSS here on line 11 to a width of 100% with auto 9 and height auto. What this does is it basically forces the image to take the width of its container. So because everything is going to be inside the wrapper div, and the wrapper div is going to set the overall width of everything in the page, that means the images will always be relative to something that's above them. There will be no images outside of the wrapper div, for example. So by setting it this way, that means every image basically won't overflow itself. If you're still having difficulty with that, read that discussion question that someone posted where I kind of showed that I posted some code that has the example of what it using this line and not using this line. Now, for some images, like the header image, because the header is really long, it's 960, it can go really big. I set a max width on it on this image specifically for 100 pix, and that's the actual size of the image. So it should never go bigger than that, but it can go smaller than that if it needed to be. Anywho, those two things and the image tag, that's really how you get them to show up. Now, there's a lot of things you can do after that, and I use the images here as an example to do a lot of JavaScript, which you'll see in some of the next videos. Is I'll go over kind of what I was using to illustrate the cool things behind that, such as the text over it and things. Anyway, I hope this was helpful with working with basically the basic image tab. Thank you and goodbye. Bye.